Man, I used to love Ring magazine, man. KO magazine. All through the 90s growing up, man. Always would look at these Ring magazines, get a lot of information. I used to love reading The Best I Ever Faced in the Ring magazine, talking about fighters and they were after at the end of their career when they talk about the best fighters they ever faced. Looking at I used to love the pound for pound rankings and they were the legit one and only pound for pound rankings I was looking at for decades. But Ring Magazine, Ring Magazine's a joke, man. It's a joke now, man, and it's not a credible source no more. You know what I mean? I used to like learning about and reading about fights that I knew I probably wouldn't ever see. You see the guys in the rankings, but you've never seen these guys before. You know what I mean? I remember reading about Manny Pacquiao way before I'd ever seen him fight in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But now Ring Magazine, let's get into it, man. Ring Magazine, right here. All you gotta do is look at their news. Every day I look at their news feed. Every day I do. And the first article they got July 27th. Bernard Hopkins and the rest of Philly's finest remember brother Nassim Richardson. That's an excellent article. I haven't read it yet, but it's only right, you know. Rest in peace to brother Nassim Richardson. But then again, if this was a trainer, I don't know, a trainer who trains guys maybe on PBC, would he get any recognition? Now, brother Nassim Richardson used to train Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins uh, is a shareholder or has some stake in the Golden Boy promotion company. You know what I mean? He's a promoter. He has some stake in the business, and he has a exclusive title over there. So maybe that's the reason why. And the first name you see on this brother Nassim article is Bernard Hopkins. It's because Bernard Hopkins is also affiliated with the Golden Boy magazine. I'm sorry, promotions, who do own Ring magazine. Let's look at the second title, and I'll probably make a video about this. Um, Sirikit Sor Rungvisai Amnet Rengrong is one of our legends. Or Amnet Rengrong is saying about SSR Rungvisai that he's one of our legends in Thailand. It'll be a great fight. It will be. Okay. That's about Rungvisai and I'm not Rengrong. The next article, which is today on the 27th, as you see, Will Madera regrets tactics against Felix Verdejo. Bounce to bounce back. Okay, I know Felix Verdejo. I seen him fight just last week. Whatever. June 27th, Doggies Monday mailbag. Virgil Ortiz Jr. 321 boxing Tyson Jones. Okay, that's Dougie Fisher's mailbag thing. Nah, the other article is probably about this guy who got laid the F out. 42 years old. She got knocked out in 7 seconds. Got laid out cold, flat. Got knocked out cold. For some reason, these other articles haven't loaded up. Oh, here they come. Here they come. All right. Sometimes my joint here be launching. Let me refresh the page. Refresh the page, damn it. Sometimes this screen be freezing, you know what I mean? If the joint freeze, I'm gonna just get to my point rather than give you a visual. Cause if you see, let me just close this page and try to get back. Of course, when I'm doing a video, the joint gonna freeze on me. I guess Golden Boy and Ring Magazine They trying to hold my tongue. They don't want me to expose them. But I still got time, baby. I got time. Don't worry about that one bit. Ring Magazine. That's the page I was on. Wow. Ring Magazine. The drain load up. Go to news. News, that's where I was. Nothing more, nothing less. Come on, Golden Boy and Ring Magazine, man. Stop trying to hold my tongue, man. This has to be done. This has to be said. All right. Where we at? The next article is this guy by the name of Ruben Torres stops Oscar Bravo in 6. Arnold Denong decisions Brandon Cruz. Next article, Michael Dutchover outpoints Jorge Moron Jr. in 3-2-1 boxing headliner. Next article, Carlos Molina. Yes, I believe Carlos Molina, the pedophile. Yeah, he outpoints Abraham Juarez over 10 rounds in Mexico. Okay, I think you guys are seeing the uh, cor- uh, correlation here and how these news articles are going. Final bout sheets, weights 4-3-2-1, whatever. Jorge Marone, Michael Dutch over whatever. I don't even know who those guys are. July 25th. David Benavidez sounds off on frustration for not landing big fights. Okay, that's a PBC fighter of Hispanic descent. Let's keep it moving. Well, it's loading up for more news. My point of this whole video is while this joint is loading up, who the F are these guys Ring Magazine is trying to promote and making articles of? Are you serious? They talking about David Benavidez more than likely because, yes, he's on PBC, but because he's a Hispanic fighter. You know what I mean? That's the trend I've been getting. There goes the next article. Joe Joyce blasts out Michael Wallace in 3. Daniel Dubois showdown remains on track. The other video, no love was found between Makala Maya and Helen Joseph. Okay, July the 25th of July. Bob Barron takes tick breather, whatever. Next article on the 24th, Virgil Ortiz Junior pounds Samuel Vargas to one side at 7th round. Okay, 24th, Shane Mosley Jr. Okay, finally the first black fighter they've mentioned. Yes, what does he have in common with all the rest of them? Shane Mosley Jr. is a guy promoted by Golden Boy Promotions. Who owns Ring Magazine? Golden Boy Promotions. He defeats Jeremy Ramos to unanimous decision. Whoopee! Siniesa Estrada Miral. Okay, cool. 7 seconds. Evan Sanchez. Now these are fighters from Golden Boy. RJJ, that's Roy Jones Jr. Promotions rescheduled Santiago Dominguez versus. Look, man, is Ring Magazine solely about only promoting Hispanic fighters? Is Ring Magazine solely only about promoting Golden Boy fighters? This is where it's a conflict of interest, you know what I mean? This is a conflict of interest when it comes to business. How can this company, Ring Magazine, how could they even say that they're not biased? That's absolutely not true. They talking about Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. Okay, the whole boxing world was talking about that. It's still loading up some more articles. It's an oxymoron and it's a conflict of interest for Ring Magazine to be owned by Golden Boy. It's obvious. It's in print. I can't make this shit up. I done showed you all the articles from the 27th, 3 days ago, till the 24th. From the 24th till today, the 27th. And all these articles are just featuring Hispanic fighters, guys who are like 5-0, guys whom we've never heard of. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about fighters on the PBC. Have they even talked about anybody on Top Rank on this particular article? Okay, yeah, here goes one. Top Rank, Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring again looks forward this time to a reset bout. And that's because Jamel Herring was going through those, getting his fights postponed because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? That's the first top ranked fighter they've talked about. They've talked about one PBC fighter, and that's David Benavidez, who's a Hispanic fighter. Jamel Herring. They talked about, they had one article on Bob Arum, but that's about it. You know what I mean? These people, they not, this is a shit show as far as publications and news information for boxing is concerned. Ring Magazine used to be at the top of the totem pole, you know what I mean? Top of the food chain. Now, when I look at news articles, when I look at different publications for this boxing scene or Bad Left Hook, Ring Magazine comes is the last resort. It's the very last publication I'm going to go look and gather news from. In a year, I might make maybe 3 videos max. Let's say 5 just to be safe. 5 videos max from news or information that I gathered from the Ring Magazine platform. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya is over there being biased against PBC fighters. You know what I'm saying? To the point where they even got Cannoli as the number one. Let me look at Ring Magazine pound for pound rankings right now, as a matter of fact. Let me look, because not now they've been biased. Ever since De La Hoya and Al Heyman split, and Richard Schaefer, they've been very biased towards PBC fighters, and they never have them in the pound for pound rankings. But they got guys like Triple G till this day. Triple G is in the pound for pound rankings. How? Okay, so pound for pound rankings, yeah, they disrespecting Bud Crawford, absolutely. I could show y'all, man. I could show you better. I could tell you. Look who they got number one. They got Cannoli number one. Number two, Vasil Lomachenko, man, who's like 14-1. Number three, Naoya Nui. I'd rank Naoya Nui as far as a pound for pounder before I do Cannoli. Bud Crawford is number four. Look at his resume. Man got over 30 fights, 30 wins, etc. And then they got Alexander Usyk, number five. Yeah, number six, they got Errol Spence. Number seven, they still have Triple G. Could you believe that shit? I'm gonna keep it tall with y'all, and I like Triple G. I've never had no problem against him. A lot of y'all who ride his nuts never even seen the man fight live. I left my stay. I left all the way from DC, went all the way to New York with the fellas. We went to the New York Madison Square Garden to see Golovkin fight because we're fans of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And Triple G, even if I've gone to pay my money, hard-earned money, to go see him fight, I have never, ever in my life had him in the top 10 pound for pound, because he had never beat a top 10 pound for pound fighter. When he finally fought the best man he ever faced in his career, which was Danny Jacobs, he looked vulnerable in that fight, and I thought he lost that fight, okay? So they got Triple G number seven. Number eight, they got Juan Francisco Estrada. I'd have Juan Francisco Estrada before guys like Usyk and all that. You know what I mean? Definitely before Triple G. Number nine, Better Beef. Absolutely. 9 and 10 are fitting. They belong in the pound for pound list. And where they ranked is all well and fine. As a matter of fact, the man Arthur Better Beef should be ranked probably like number 7 where Triple G is at. You know what I mean? Or even probably even ahead of, nah, I can't say ahead of Errol Spence because he's also a unified champion. That IBF, WBC, they hold the same belts. Then they have Manny Pacquiao number 10. I'd have Manny Pacquiao ahead of Vasil Lomachenko, Cannoli, and all these guys. You know what I'm saying? But, if you're a boxing promotion company, they only have Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. And they have Manny Pacquiao there, because Manny Pacquiao's an all-time great. You know what I'm saying? So they only have Errol Spence in the top 10 pound for pound rankings, and it's been like that for years. For the longest, they only had just one guy, and that was undeniably Floyd Mayweather as the number one pound for pound fighter on the Ring Magazine rankings. But if you're a promotional company like Golden Boy, it's a conflict of interest to own a magazine like Ring Magazine, because you're going to show your biasness. You're going to rank your fighters higher than all fighters from other boxing entities, promotional companies. You're only going to do articles basically on Hispanic fighters and or fighters solely only on Golden Boy Promotions. You know what I mean? So it's not a good look, and it's turned into a shit show and a shit magazine. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give Ring Magazine $7 of my money to buy a real magazine no more, because they just fell off, man. And Oscar De La Hoya is I attribute the, you know, Ring Magazine going south and plummeting and just falling off solely because of Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya owning Golden Boy, I'm sorry, Ring Magazine. I knew it was a bad idea from the get go. And over the years, the company, the magazine, has just gone down the drain. The Bible of boxing, the Bible of my boxing, my backside. Yeah, right. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. I showed y'all visuals, man. I can't make this stuff up, man. You see the articles every day. I could never get a fair article out of Ring Magazine to even make a video of. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We Watch Boxing. Shout out to all the other publications that keep it 100, keep it tall with boxing, and just give you the raw, uncut from every promotional company worldwide. We Watch Boxing. I'm gone. Peace.